Hi, it's Catherine Mora here. I am the head book coach and publishing director at Change Empire Books, where we help coaches, speakers and aspiring thought leaders write beautiful books and get them out into the world. This is Cat's Book Chat, where every day I talk about different topics around writing, editing, publishing, etc. And today's topic is, how long does it take to actually write and publish your book? Now, this is relatively subjective because obviously, like anything, it's kind of as long as a piece of string. Some people come to me who have spent 10 years trying to write their book because they've only done a little bit here and there, or maybe they've spent a year or two because they only write when they feel inspired. So there's a lot of variables, and obviously there are programs out there which help you pump out a book in a weekend through dictating it. But if we're going to talk about actually writing your book yourself and doing it in a fairly, what I call the sweet spot between not too fast so that it lacks quality but not so slow that you lack momentum, there's a few different things. So let's just assume that you are working with me on one of my programs, a group program, one-on-one program, whatever. As you can see, I'm in Paris, I'm in Montmartre, so there's going to be a couple of cars. There were none when I started, and of course they're all going to come now. Anyway, so we would spend about 3 weeks preparing, and that would be looking at your objective for writing the book, as well as building your audience, as well as doing the planning of the book itself, like the outline. So that would be 3 weeks. We spend 12 weeks actually writing the book, where you get feedback every week. So that's 3 months basically, a little bit less. Then 2 to 3 weeks you would spend doing a self-edit. So we give you a process for doing multiple rounds of editing and having beta readers, things like that. Then you want to add another week or two for the editor to get back to you with their edit. And so this then goes around in, again, depending on how many edits you get. So if you got a developmental edit and then a line edit and then a proofread, the proofread's not the same, it will take less. But the developmental edit and the copy line edit, you'd be looking at sort of a week or two for the editor, and then you could spend 2 to 3 weeks making the changes, or maybe you spend a week. So it's really up to you how quickly that happens. Then you want to look at your launch. So if you think about planning for your launch, if you're going to do a media launch as well, you need to consider what type of media. So if you want to approach print media, for example, they have a 3-month lead time. So magazines, like when I was in Cosmopolitan magazine, it took 3 months for that article to come out. You have to consider when you want the articles to hit print media, and not everyone gets media, so this just depends on you and what your situation is, but you have to consider the lead times of all the media you're approaching. And with your launch as well, you obviously want book reviews to put on your book listing so that people take it seriously. They love that social proof. And some reviewers, they have a 2 to 3 month waiting list, so you have to look into those things. So there you can see there's lots of variables along the timeline, but I hope that gives you an idea on where it might fall for you. Starting from next year, our minimum program is actually going to be a 12-month program, and that's for people to actually work on building their audience before they write the book, and then all the editing as well as book cover design, as well as preparing for a launch and doing a launch. So 12 months is what we're sort of counting from end to end, including a few months of launch after the launch for publicity and marketing. So hopefully that was helpful. Do drop me a comment below or send me a message if you want to talk about your book, and I'm going to drop a link below to my 45-step book writing and publishing checklist. I hope this was helpful, and until next time, happy writing and au revoir.